Man, I used to spend hours writing ad copy, testing hooks, and coming up with creative ideas. Now, I've got a custom GPT that I'm gonna share with you in a second that writes my Facebook ads in under 5 minutes. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how it works, how to set one up, and I'm actually gonna give you one of the custom GPTs I've made completely for free if you stick around to the end. All right, so to get started, let's just jump in and show you what I got. All right, so I'm inside here, and this is an ad. It's a follower ad. So there's three types of ads we'll typically help a lot of our clients make. We help a lot of online coaches and service providers. One is a super simple boosted post, and it's to get more followers. This GPT crushes, right? The other two ads we'll typically write for people are going to be like a free training. Hey, here's a free training, freebie ad. And then the third one would be a more direct pitch offer. Now, I've got all of them over here, as you can kind of already see. The one I'm going to share with you guys today is the follower funnel GPT. All right. So this thing just spits out fire. Let's check this out. So his avatar, he helps gamers lose weight. And we wanted to call it a higher caliber person because he was getting a lot of gamers, but they didn't have a lot of money. And he said, hey, my best clients are IT professionals that like to game. So I was like, cool, let's make an ad for IT professionals that are gamers who want to lose 20 plus pounds. How I have this GPT structured is that it'll ask you questions first. Then based on the answers you give it, it will then create a script for you. All right. This is the key. The issue most people make when they try to go to ChatGPT is they just don't prompt it very well. When it comes to writing ads or content specifically, the more information you give the GPT, the better the ad will be. All right. So I gave it, hey, here's who I want to help. It asked me these demographic questions, right? Like goals, fears, struggles, their deep desires, this person's firsthand experience and transformation with this problem, and then how many clients have they helped. So I'm going to share with you guys at the end how to program one of these on your own, but I also will give this to you guys too. This will be linked in the description link below. All right, so as you can see here, we just type this in, but one of my favorite ways to do this is you can just talk to it, right? So it'll give you these 7 questions. You can just talk to it and answer all of the questions in a voice note, like while you're out and about. I do it all the time with ads. And then from there, it goes, awesome, here are some ads. And this one spits out 2 versions because in some of these ads, I like having the CTA like right after the hook. So it's like hook, CTA, more meat and potatoes, then another CTA. And one of these versions just has the CTA at the end only, which you would do if you were getting a ton of volume and the quality wasn't good. I'd actually hold the CTA till the end. But if you want more leads, you need more leads, I would put the CTA at the top. But let me just show you guys. I'm not going to go through this full thing. I just want to show you a demo of this because I was impressed, right? Because I was live on the call with the client. I was like, ooh, dude, this one's good. So this is what it spit out, right? This is not done by any means, but this is the first draft, all right? So just listen. If you're a 30, 40-year-old IT professional, so be professional, who games to escape, but secretly hates what you see in the mirror, keep reading. Now, what we put in here, just to give you guys some context, what do you mean escapes? A lot of these people, the people he works with, they look at their body and they don't actually associate with their body. They associate with their online character. It's very deep, but they disassociate with themselves and they have more identity attached to their online character than they do their in-person character. So they escape reality, which is very deep, right? But they escape reality by playing video games. So we just led right with that. And I told that to this GPT and I was like, boom, we're using it. So very deep, right? So if you're a 30, 40-year-old IT professional who games to escape reality, oof, oh, damn, right? Let's just talk to a specific person, but secretly hates what you see in the mirror, keep reading. I was there working insane hours at my desk, exhausted, burnt out, logging into games just to feel something. But at least in game, I felt powerful. But in real life, I felt invisible. I tried keto. I tried lifting plans made for 25-year-old athletes. I joined gyms. I didn't feel like I belonged there. I just kept quitting because everything I tried was built for someone else. Then I tried a system for people like us, desk-bound, burnout, perfectionist gamers who want to feel good in their skin again. If you want to learn how to lose weight without extreme diets or sacrificing your passion, give me a follow here on Instagram to see how I went from overweight, isolated, and exhausted to losing 45 plus pounds, reclaiming my energy, and feeling proud of my reflection. I post daily content breaking down exactly how I lost the weight while still gaming and working full time, and how I've helped 400 clients do it too. Like Mark. These are actually, I've prompted in here. These are not real testimonials. They're just kind of placeholders. But it's like Mark, who had chronic low back pain, was on 2 meds. I probably would, again, take that out. But who had chronic low back pain and after 4 months lost 38 pounds and ran his first 5K. Or Josh, who is 60 pounds overweight and terrified of the gym, now shows up confidently every day after shedding 50 pounds. Or Erica, who hadn't dated in 6 years and now feels powerful, fit, and engaged to someone she met at her goal weight. So if you want confidence, energy, and to finally feel like you belong in your own body, follow me and start watching my content today. Okay, so this was just a draft. Okay, I'm not going to run with this, but I want to show you how powerful it is. And the GPT that I built here, again, it's in the description. This one really works off a personal story. So if you're a coach, consultant, service provider, these ads work really well because you typically were your ideal avatar at some point, right? But this is just a sample of what this thing spits out. And then it gives me other hook variations to test. And then again, there's a second one in here that has a follow right after the hook. Yeah, so like, again, not anywhere near done, but I wanted just to share with you guys how powerful this can be if you prompt it the right way and build it the way I'm gonna share with you in this video, okay? So this is the funnel. Again, it's linked below. And I wanna just kind of walk through this step by step, okay? So like I mentioned before, the number one issue that I see most people make when they make ads is they don't have a really clear avatar of who they're actually helping. So step one, regardless of what type of service you provide, whether it's brick and mortar, online, e-commerce, it doesn't matter. What does matter is you understanding what are the thoughts that people have before they buy with you, right? Or before they click your ad, before they engage with you. What are those? And you need a specific avatar. So what better way to do this but to make another custom GPT just for this? So I'm going to share this with you guys, and this will also be in the link. So you'll get two. You'll get the follower one that I listed above, and you'll also get the market research builder. Now, this is going to help you develop really in-depth customer avatar profiles to help you make better ads and content. So for this, I would just say, get started. And what this is going to do is going to ask me 6 questions that I can then answer. So I'm going to go ahead and just talk it out loud because honestly, I pretty much talk to these things. I try not to write if I don't have to. This is a lot faster. All right, so let's do the same. Let's do the same one. I'm going to do IT professionals who are gamers. All right. I sell online health and fitness coaching to IT service professionals that want to lose 20 plus pounds. My ideal avatar is making 6 figures a year. They're in the age of 30 to 40. They are single. They want to lose weight and they don't actually love themselves. So that's the reason they're having a hard time losing weight and attracting their ideal avatar. These guys are perfectionists. They're hardworking. I say guys and girls. They're hardworking and they really want to make things work. They've tried a lot of things, but they have a hard time sticking to it. The main result that I help them achieve is to lose weight and keep it off so that they feel more confident in their skin and can attract the partner of their dreams. Top pain points, desires, or objections. Time is an issue for them. They're busy IT professionals, so it's hard for them to have time to work out and cook food. Another objection they may have is going to be, is this going to work for me? Am I going to be able to stick to it because of my schedule and because I've failed in the past? Okay, top pains. I'm probably just say a little bit more top pains, desires, even though it says top 2 to 3. The more you give this thing, the better, right? So, like I said, other top pains would be being single, would be health. Like they're worried, honestly, about dying early. Let's be honest. Like they're scared of not being around very long. They're identifying with their character in the video games more than they identify with themselves in real life, and they use video games to escape reality. Right. First-hand experience. I'm going to talk from the client's perspective who I work with. I've lost 45 pounds in about 6 months, and I've kept it off using very simple methods that I share in my program, in my content, etc. I worked with over 300 gamers, IT professionals to lose weight and keep it off. The average person has about 40 pounds to lose, and we're able to lose about 20 pounds in 90 days. I'm guessing this, right? All right. And then once this thing is done, I just talk to it for 2 minutes. It's going to then give me a lot of information that I can use for other GPTs. So the key here is having a lot of information that is good information, having it condensed and like this, right? If this is going to build this whole thing out. Now I can plug this into any other GPT that I build, right? So here's my customer avatar. Here are their core pain problems. Here are their past attempts, failed solutions. Here are their deep fears, service level complaints, what they would say, tangible goals, emotional drivers, buying objections, real life language. I mean, all of this is tight, right? So once this thing is done, you can give it feedback. So if you don't agree with any of these, you can just tell it. If you think it's good, right? So now what I would encourage everyone to do who's watching this video is to save this. Okay, save this into a Google Drive folder. All right. So like we'll just copy this full thing. So for me, I have one and it's called Copywriting Blueprint. So this is mine that I'll use for a lot of my GPTs. We help online coaches and experts get more clients. Typically, they're already doing 5 to 10, 15K a month. This is their demographic. And then here is just like all of my notes, activation points, how we help people, and then like our step-by-step process. So I have this, and every time that I go to a GPT, I will just plug it in because the inputs, again, are the most important thing for the outputs you have. So if you don't have one of these, make a simple Google Doc and have it somewhere up here, right? So we'll just paste this whole thing in. Now we have our market research for IT professionals who game, right? So this would be, market research, perfect, right? And I would save this. So I have this somewhere on my bookmarks bar, and I can come back to it whenever I'm using a GPT. Pretty cool, right? So what you can do, now there's no guarantees it's going to be, it's going to work here. It should work. But now if you guys use this one and you go back to the follower GPT that I gave you, you can just paste it. You're like, hey, here is my customer avatar profile. Can you make me ads from this? Oh man, dude, this is great. So already right off the bat, like you can see it did a pretty good job here, right? So it's very similar. Here's some hooks you can test. And then smart, successful, and secretly miserable in our body. So issue I'm already seeing is the not calling out the 6-figure IT career like in that hook. So in that first one I showed you, it did. This one, it didn't. So I'm just going to come back over here and say, hey, can we redo some of the hooks? I want to make sure that the IT professionals that are gamers are in every single hook because I only want those people to see the ads. Okay. Because if you guys have been watching any of my content, you know that the words you say are better than the targeting you have. So anytime that happens, we just need to make sure that we call out those people, period, right? IT professionals, if your controller gets more reps than your body, this is for you. Oh man, to programmers who hide behind their screen and stomach, read this. Oof, man. Oh, IT guys, your avatar is jacked, but you avoid mirrors in real life. Man, some of them are good. Again, like we can keep working on them. They're definitely not done. But again, like the story element is really, really powerful in a lot of these. IT professionals are probably called it out. IT professionals, do you ever look in the mirror and not recognize the guy staring back at you? That was me. I had a 6-figure IT career, the respect, the skills, and behind closed doors, I was falling apart. Nights filled with gaming just to avoid being lonely, eating fast food, skipping workouts, and promising myself I'll start on Monday for months. I hated how I looked, but worse, I hated that I couldn't stay consistent with anything. I felt like a fraud, right? So this goes really in depth. It might not be exactly to your story, but this is where you can kind of tighten this script up a lot. And I've been really impressed with the scripts that it pops out. Now, again, you're going to probably need to work it. No GPT is ever going to be 100% accurate, but this is how I make all of my ads. So like if I have a free training ad, I would just pop that back in again. And then from here, it's going to go ahead and make ads for me. And so helpful, right? Like for all of them. So this is kind of the flow, right? One, get a customer avatar profile, make it really tight, right? Then start building some of these GPTs with some of your best performing ads, or you can like get them from other coaches. Again, like I'll give you guys the follower GPT that's going to be linked below. If you guys do want some of the other GPTs, I've got I think I have at least 9 or 10 of them that we've built out for our clients. We're building out more pretty much every month. If you are an online coach service provider that wants help with ads, you guys can click the link below down here and schedule a call with our team. We help people scale with ads and systems so they can get more of their time back. And we use ChatGPT a lot with that. So you would build that, right, for the actual ad. And then you'd also want to have like captions, etc. for it. So I've got a lot. Like I said, I've got the follower funnel I built out, the direct video ads. So I could just post that in and you can kind of see what this thing looks like too. But this could be more of a pitch, right? IT pros who game. If you've got a career, but not the confidence when you look in the mirror, this is for you. I'm looking for 5 IT professionals in their 30s who want to drop 20 pounds, rebuild their confidence, and finally feel proud of what they see in the mirror. If you follow my plan and don't get results in 90 days, you don't pay. I mean, this thing is tight. This one's actually probably one of my better scripts because the way I prompted it with these sections in here made it really, really tight. Let me show you guys how to build this next, all right? Again, if you guys want these things, you're like, all right, I don't really care. I just want to use them. You can go ahead and click the link in the description to get them. Both, again, you'll get the market research builder and then you'll get the follower funnel GPT. If you want the rest of them, book a call with my team and we can see if we can help you. Now, let's talk about how you'd actually make these GPTs, because that's where the skill is, right? Because if I can prompt ChatGPT to give me the same thing every time, now I'm gonna be in a place where I have a lot more predictability of the outputs that I'm getting, right? And it's all based off the inputs you give. I don't just go to ChatGPT, start a new chat and just say, can you make me ads, right? I probably could, but it's gonna give me some weird stuff, right? It just will. But if you can program these and create GPTs based on your best ads or competitors' best ads, now we're talking. So let me show you guys how I do this, because I think it'll be really, really helpful and transformative for you. I've got ChatGPT pulled up right here, but you need to have a Plus account with this. And if you just go over to my GPTs, you'll see that I've got all the GPTs that I've built. And let me just hop into the follower funnel, because you guys pretty much already have access to that. And I'll kind of show you how it's built out. All right. So when you come inside of here, this is where you make the GPT, just name it, have a description, and then the instructions is everything. Okay. So this is where you're going to make or break the outputs you get. Okay. So honestly, the cool part is you can use ChatGPT to help you make this, right? Like you can open another GPT, right? I could open this up over here and say, I want to make a custom GPT that will make me high converting Instagram ads. Can you help me prompt it? And honestly, this is what I will do. Okay. I'll go through it and it's gonna give me the GPT builder that I want to have. It's gonna say, hey, yeah, sure, ask these questions. Make sure you do this. And it'll go all the way through. But what you're gonna want to do to make this better. So all this is great, but we want to give the 3 variations. So this is where I could take this entire thing, and the biggest thing you're gonna want to change is the output that it gives you. So let me just show you an example of this. Again, the one that I have built inside of here for you guys is I've got a lot of that stuff that's already there. It's this is the GPT, this is what it's doing. Process is you're going to ask these exact questions. So you already saw it in that original one I have with my client: demographics, goals, fears, past struggles, deep desires, your firsthand experience and transformation, how many clients you helped, and the copy rules: use emotionally driven storytelling, crushes. Make the reader feel understood and seen. Every line should hold attention, no fillers. Use 3 client success stories for credibility in each ad, right? Again, I want it to be tight. I have to give it everything I want, right? And then we're gonna have 2 ad variations. Ad 1 is gonna have the format that, like I just mentioned above, where it's gonna hold the call to action to follow all the way at the end. It's gonna be higher quality leads. And the other version is gonna have the CTA be right after the hook. And that's gonna be if you need more leads. All right. So essentially I prompted it with the exact outputs that I want, so that when I come in here, all I have to do is copy my market research profile into the GPT and push enter. And then from there, boom, new ads will be spit out. And I can keep doing this every week. I'm telling you, this is huge, because what I used to do is I'd open a blank Google Doc and be like, hey, online coaches. And I'm like, oh my gosh, man. So now I have this GPT that can keep spitting out stuff, and then I just talk to it. So that's the whole thing. I built a GPT that gives me the exact frameworks of the ad, hook, story, CTA, or however I have it structured. And it's going to always give me that output because I programmed it that way. And now I'm just going to go talk to ChatGPT whenever I need more ads. Upload my profile. Hey, here's my ideal avatar. Help me make ads for them. Boom. Here's some ads. Gotcha. Thanks. Can you give me one of these that's more focused on the pain point of organic marketing, right? Or posting reels, dancing reels. I can just say anything, or wasting money on ads. And then it's going to go, sure, here you go. Because I've prompted it so well in the custom GPT. Okay. So coming back to this, let me make this full screen again. Coming back to this, I'm kind of going through this fast. What I want you to get out of this is the better you prompt this, the better outputs you're going to get. All right. So you can see right here is the version 1 framework, right? So here's the CTA at the end that is programmed in there. This is how you make really consistent ads. So if you want to insert benefit, then follow me on Instagram. Why, right? All of this is what it's going to input based off the questions and the market research stuff you put above. So this is key, is to have your section inside of here that has, hey, here's exactly how I want this ad to come out. I post daily content breaking down exactly how I do this and how I've helped this number of people do it too. Like so-and-so who struggle with this, or so-and-so who did this. So if you want this, follow me and start watching my free content today, right? This is where the money's at, telling you. And I'm not necessarily going to give this all to you guys here. You can take a screenshot of it if you'd like, but this is where you can find some of your best performing ads and see how it was scripted. Or you can go to the people who use ads. Like if you want to go to my ad library, you can go look at me up on Facebook. You can download my video. You can take the transcript from it and say, hey, this is a good video that Matt made. It's probably making a lot of money. I want you to make a script that is very, very similar to that. Then say, okay, thanks ChatGPT. Thanks for making this script. Can you now make this a template like this, right? Where it's like insert benefit, if this, then this, insert benefit, insert problem, insert desired result. You make a template and then you upload this template inside of your instructions. That way the output is very consistent. Instead of you getting weird stuff from ChatGPT, you're getting like pre-templated and pre-scripted answers. So again, the follower funnel that I built is pretty good. It's honestly not nearly as tight as the direct ad that I made, like I showed you guys before. Let me see if I pull that back up. The direct ad was like super tight with like, proof, this section here, CTA 2, risk reversal, CTA 3. So like I made this one super tight because it's a direct ad that's promoting your offer. This has to be so tight because it's a buy my stuff now ad. You can't get away with like, hey, are you so-and-so? DM me this to learn more. Like it's got to be tight with a risk reversal, with emotional stuff. Like it's got to be really tight. So the way that I prompted this thing was section by section. Here's exactly what I want this output to look like so that it came out looking as tight as I wanted it to be. Make sense? Okay. So again, you can use ChatGPT to help you prompt it. Just make sure you give it that template, okay? And then I gave a lot of information on hooks. Hooks must be bold because again, most of the results you get from any ads, like 80% will be the hooks you use, 20% will be the relatability and the offer you use ish. 80-20, it's probably, maybe it's like 60% hook, 20% offer, and then 20% emotional buying. 80-20 principle kind of applies, but another conversation another day. But you can see how I've made this, right? Where I'm like, here are some different types of hooks that you can experiment with: controversial, fear-based, curiosity. And a lot of this was by like me talking to ChatGPT in another one about custom GPTs to make it tighter, make it tighter. All right, I want this. I want this. All right, this is what it came out with, right? So yeah, that's what I do. So I have a lot of these GPTs. I have some for long form repurposing too. So I upload a transcript from YouTube. It shoots me out an email. It shoots me out social posts. It shoots me out reels. It shoots me out even like Twitter style posts. I'm telling you, like GPTs are incredible, but the money is money. You say money. The power is really in learning how to build these GPTs or finding the right ones. Like there's a lot in the marketplace that you can already run with, but this is what I do, right? So I make the GPT once a week. I come in here, upload my blueprint and say, make me some ads. And then I'll just keep talking to it until I'm like, all right, this is tight. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Again, if you guys want links to this, they're linked below. I want to now transition and just keep going because this is fun. And I want to show you guys some other ways that I use ChatGPT to make ads. All right, if you're here and you're still with me, congratulations. We're going to go into some more cool stuff. All right. So there's two other ways that I'll use ChatGPT for ads. One of them is to actually like upload images and make it better. All right. So let's jump into this one first. All right. So I'm going to share with you guys my ongoing chat that I have on my Facebook ads. I upload about like, not every day, but I'll probably come in here every day, maybe every other day, and I'll talk about the results that I'm getting in my ad account and ask it for feedback. But I've kept it all in one chat so that when I come back inside of here, it already has all the context of stuff we've been talking about. So I'll just start off hey, can you be a world-class media buyer who spends, $100,000 a month plus on lead magnet funnels, book a call funnels, mini webinar / mini course funnels, because I have a campaign that I'm doing this for. Here's who it's for. Here's what I want to do. And again, this is just me talking to it for probably like 5 minutes, right? And then from here, it starts giving me advice. And then I start training it we go back and forth. Like this is a huge document. I could go back and forth on strategy, on actually, no, I don't want to do that. Let's do this instead. And I give this stuff every single day. And I'll give it the ads that I'm working on. Hey, here's a new ad I want to add to this ad set. What do you think of this? So this is super cool. So this is a ad. Let me see if I can open this up. This is cool. I use ChatGPT a lot for this because this is a very plain black and white text. Like this screen recording app right now, like an ad like this is giving me like a 6x return on ad spend. So it's pretty wild, the screen recording one. So I was like, all right, I'm going to make this same screen recording ad and I'm just going to make different variations of it. The one that I have right now is white and black. And I started uploading stuff and saying, hey, should I add any color to this? And then it says, yes, you should do this color, and this color. And then I keep doing it, right? And then it starts to giving me examples. I'm like, look, how does this look? And it's like, yes, this looks already way better. All right, what can I do to make it better? All right, use bold, simple, easy to do this, da, da, da. And I keep doing that. And I keep talking to it. And then it keeps helping me make it better. So this one was like, all right, what if I use mistake? Should I underline it? Yes or no? And it's like, oh, no, don't do it. I was like, should I italicize it? No. And it told me that the best one was just to have just the red mistake there. So I just keep uploading different variations and say, all right, what would get me 2 to 3 times more clicks on this ad? And it's like, try this. Awesome. What about this? All right, what about this? What else should I do? And I just keep going down there. It's like, what else could increase conversions? What else could increase click-through rate? What else could do this? And it keeps giving me more versions of it, right? So this was another one that I made. It told me to put this as green and this as green. Cool. Awesome. So I upload a lot of screenshots of me just working in Canva and say, hey, how could I get 2 to 3 times more clicks? What words would be better to put here above this video? And it'll give me more ideas. And eventually I'll settle on one and pick one. But this whole entire chat is me doing that. I've uploaded so many different images in here. And then I've also, anytime I'm having a question or concern about stuff with the Pixel, it'll tell me. Last month, I broke my Pixel and messed it up. I added too much criteria in. So it was like, I was like, oh, should I make changes now? What should I do? And it's like, no, do this. Wednesday, Thursday, do this. Look for this, look for this. Thank you. And then I just keep coming in here and keep talking to it every single day. And it keeps giving me action items to run my account. So like, this is my, it's my ads coach in a way. Like I do have an ads coach, but I come in here a lot and talk about things like frequency, ABO versus CBO, cost per lead, cost per call, audience testing and stuff like that. It gives me updates for all this. So I give it my data. So it's like, okay, cool. You've had a 3.84 ROAS on this. Here's the amount of leads you've got. It's so freaking cool. So if you keep it all in one chat, that's what I'm trying to say, and you keep giving it more information, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do pretty much every day, assuming you keep giving it more information. So like this thing has a lot on me. Like I even have the landing page, like I just put in there too. Let's see if I can find that again. The conversion rate on that page. You can export your Facebook ads data, upload it here, and it'll help you make decisions. Benchmarks for high ticket funnels. Like, dude, it's just incredible. All right. So takeaway after how to build the ads is actually to use it to run the ads by uploading your data in here on a regular basis, keeping it all under one chat, and keep building out the campaigns so it has more stuff to go off of. And you can use it, like I shared above, to put in different images and be like, how can I make this image better? What if I change this to this? What color should I change this text to? It will give you all this stuff, and then you can ask it why. It's not always gonna be perfect, right? But it's pretty powerful. So I'll do that for almost all my ads. And again, it just takes the thinking out of it for me, which is so helpful when I have a 7-figure company to run. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I'm gonna just challenge it, but if I need more creative out and I'm not feeling creative that day, this thing takes care of so much of the heavy lifting for me. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna share with you guys, this is, you guys are still here. You guys rock. Let me show you something really cool. All right, so I'm gonna go to one of my older VSLs. So another thing I use ChatGPT for with ads, outside of making ads, making Canva images better by talking to it, uploading the data to give me real insights of next moves, is to analyze my landing page to help me have better conversions. So there's this cool plugin. Oh man, this is just worth the video. It's called Go Full Page. All right, so you can see it says Go Full Page. It's a full page screen capture. And what I can do here with this is I can just click it. It's gonna turn my landing page into a photo. Dude, oh man, so cool. And then I can download that photo as a PNG file. Then I can come over to ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, can you analyze my landing page? I'll say it is currently converting at 15%, and I want it to convert at 30%, right? I want to be double 30%. How can I make this better, right? And now I give it specific numbers. I want to convert from here to here. I will upload the file, and then I will look for that screen capture, open it. It's going to open it as an image. And then I'm also going to give it a little more context. Like, I currently ask for name, phone, and email. And I'm going to upload a screenshot of that as well, because I think that is important if I'm trying to make better conversions for it, right? I'm going to give it everything. All right. So I'm going to come back over here, upload that file of the screenshot, and have attached that here too, right? And now it's going to go ahead and look at the full landing page, right? The page itself and the pop-up, and it's going to give me suggestions on what to split test, right? And I did actually split test this page a lot using this strategy, and it was like October, November time of last year, and I was able to get this page up to around 25-30% conversion rate when and previously it was like 10-15%. And I just split tested it pretty regularly, like a couple times a week, come in, upload the data, say, hey, here's this one. What should I do next? And it just kept giving me ideas to keep split testing. Man, it's like, it's incredible, like what it can do. Like we're living in a time where it is so easy to run a very small business and have ChatGPT do most of the brain work for you. Now, of course, you need to understand how these things work, right? Like if I just went off ChatGPT's guidance every time, probably not the best. But again, it just helps so much with idea creation. All right. Asking too much up front, like this. I'm not going to take that away because I've tested that before and it doesn't give us as good of leads. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not going to do that. Right. Get the instant access to the training. Not a bad idea to change the button copy. Missing visual cue of the actual training video thumbnail. I have tried that before. I would be down to putting that back on there. No urgency or scarcity. This is fake urgency or scarcity. So again, I wouldn't do that. But again, it's going to give me just ideas, right? If anything, I would be more likely to test like knowing this, the video or photo idea in there. I 100% would test. And then also testing different headlines. So if I like those, I also have another GPT that I built for that for our clients. It gives them landing page copy completely. If I was doing this for myself, really, I would use that GPT that I've already built, and I would upload this and say, here are my numbers, make it better. But I'm just doing this for demo purposes, right? It'll give me more ideas. Layout not mobile optimized. It is. Emphasize this in the header or button. Cool. Yeah, I do agree. Video thumbnail probably do really well. Add some testimonial screenshots. Down to try that. New CTA buttons. And then maybe a new headline. So I would then go from here. Yeah, can you rewrite 5 hero sections for me to test? Let's have them all be in Russell Brunson. I hope I spelled his name right. Brunson's style of landing page. Russell Brunson, founder of ClickFunnels, the OG. Well, Dan Kennedy's, I guess, the OG. Russell Brunson's underneath him. And then I'd say Alex Hormozi, learn from him. So yeah, it's going to give me some more variations of headlines, sub-headlines, and buttons. And I could test these. Let's say I do one a week, assuming that I'm getting a couple hundred page views per split test a week. That would be enough for me to determine, is this working, yes or no? So pretty cool, right? All right, so I hope I gave you guys some good ideas for this, right? I want you to the takeaways to be build a GPT, right? Find a GPT or build one, a custom one that will spit you out really good information. Have a strong customer avatar profile that you can just upload to these GPTs. And if you want to split test landing pages, copy, etc. on the pages, go use full page. I'll also have that linked in the description link below. All right. So these are all the ways that I'm currently using custom GPTs and ChatGPT to make my ads for me. It's been a huge, huge game changer. And I know it can be that way for you guys too.